As you can see, we've put the first beam across the 3. It just kept on cutting like the biggest logs. So it,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to hold it.
okay. Oh, all right. We've done yourself a mischief, have you?
Breathe through it, mate. That's gonna hurt.
Looks really good. We've done such a good job, and it's so much taller than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, yeah, good. Is that the pose?
Yeah, you got it right.
Got it right?
Hang on.
Is the hat right?
Yep.
So what we're doing here is on top of the posts that are in the ground, we're going to notch out a shape similar to the diameter of the log, which will sit up on top, and that will hold it in like a, you know, I don't know what
Cradle?
it's called, in a cradle. And then we're going to, with the excavator, going to lift up this beam. We've cut this post, we've cut the far post, and then we're going to put the beam up, and then actually going to measure off where we need to cut the centre beam, so we can have that beam cut the centre post so we can have that beam level as opposed to or dipping. So that's the idea, and it also holds the beam in place, which is a little bit sturdier than anything else. And then we're going to drill through it and use some threaded bar to go through. We'll cross so we can hold it in, lock it in nice and tight, and then we'll do the rafters going across to the container, and then once all that's done, then the tin can go up. And we're going to have, this is much higher than the front part of the carport, and the reason is that we want to be able to fit a caravan under here if we need to. So we've raised this, and then we get from this post to here, we'll slope it or slant the tin down so it meets up with that sheet of tin on the existing. So it's a gradual slope, and then we're going to fall the water back down that way and add some water tanks eventually to capture all the water.
Hey?
So that's not what you want?
No, it's not ideal. Oh.
We have a chain hanging off.
Yeah, it's the tension is buggered on it. And I'm just sort of persevering because it's actually kind of perfect size for the job. Just easy to maneuver and it's not too heavy to hold up there high and cut for ages. It does take a while to cut, but just need to sharpen the chain again, let it cool down, put it back on, give it another go. But it sort of holds a bit of sentimental value. It's sort of not working that well. It's sort of not working all that well. It's an old Zito. It was my dad's, and I don't know, I just like using it. If you've lost a dad, you'll understand. And yeah, so I just want to keep it going, but it's definitely not perfect. Everyone laughed at my dad when he bought his $100 Zito from Bunnings, but it was the only chainsaw that at the campsite that ever worked all the time, and despite its size, it just kept on cutting like the biggest logs. So it I don't know, it's been fixed up a few times. Paul's kept it together as well, so I'll get the chain back on and keep going. So what we've done now, as you can see, we've put the first beam across the 3. It's sort of sitting more or less where we want it, but how we're going to strap it or attach the beam to the posts, is we go through the treasure trove, the treasure pile. I just found these little gal brackets, and these brackets have little tabs that have been bent in for screws to fix C-channel for a above ground pool. That'll be plenty strong enough for what we want to do. So we're going to repurpose those into brackets to attach the beam to the posts. So there'll be 2 on each corner post, and then in the middle we've actually got some gal strapping. So we're going, or flat bar. So we're going to cut a length of that, bend it over the beam around to either side of the post, and then bolt in all the way up. So that'll be, I'm quite certain, plenty strong enough for what we want to do. So once we get that done, we'll notch out that corner, get the other, we'll notch out that corner, get the other beam across the outside 3 posts, and yeah, go from there. I think it's pretty much just putting up the rafters after that point. So yeah, pretty stoked.
I'm going to put the top in first, and then bend that one with the hammer while it's up here.
Oh yeah, okay, all right then. So what's happening is, just because the wood is still a little bit green, it binds on the end of the drill bit. So you just got to drill a bit, pull it out, unclog it, drill a bit. That's all we're finding that's happening. So there might be a better way of doing it. Maybe using seasoned wood, I don't know, but it is what it is.
So I'm going to drill these pointing down, so I actually pull it tighter as I screw it in.
What's happening?
Come around the side.
Hey, I'll give you the camera.
Is it on? Okay, so how do I see? Okay, so on this side of the piece of timber you can see a split. What we're going to do is, instead of using the short 50mm bolts, we're going to use 130mm, so we can go past that split into the core of the timber, which will make it much stronger. Long bolt, short bolt, 130, 50mm. 130 is going to go in this end, and the 50mm is on this side here.
So just to make sure that I can kind of get the right angles, I'm now like up a ladder. Up a ladder myself. So I can get a little bit closer. There is a big like divot in front of me, that's why I'm not extra close. As close as I can get.
Swap.
So using the tree to be the fall?
Yes,
Because
natural.
It's going thicker to thinner.
Yep.
Yep, that's the idea. Between, so like where that strap is, we'll probably still put a brace from the post to the beam, and then on that side, and on the end, so that it just supports that weight a little bit more.
Not going nowhere.
What is it? Not going nowhere.
Don't drill into your arm. Don't drill into your arm.
I want to get my fingers. I want to drill into them.
It doesn't look awkward at all.
No.
No. Looks really comfortable.
Yeah. The good thing about it is every muscle tenses.
Yeah. Okay. Now you got to do some chin-ups. Lucky you made the ladder. What if you missed it?
I did chin up on the other side, involuntary.
Alright, so look at this one.
It was resting on it. Okay, so they've taken that beam off because there's a bit of a bow in that tree. So they're just trying to take it off, get it straight, the straight side in the grips of the excavator, and then Grant will put it back up.
I think that's right. Right where you want it.
Oh, it's perfect. I don't want to mess with this too much. That's much better, you know. It is. The only thing I don't like is kind of a hump here.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa. Just gonna move.
That's it, yeah.
I wonder if we secure this one first, or
Yeah, I can do that. I can put a strap on this one.
oh, I'm gonna have to hold it.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay, babe. You can hold it.
That's okay.
You're alright, aren't you? That's okay. Oh, we're gonna have the whole thing. Dad hasn't got holes drilled in any of those things.
Yeah.
You'll do the whole process.
I'll just wait here.
Yeah. We'll be back. Actually, if you grab the other ratchet, you could ratchet this green thing to that pole and it would hold it across.
We could do that.
Where's the other ratchet strap?
Alright.
Alright, let's go have a look. Okay. Oh. Alright, we've done yourself a mischief, have you?
Breathe through it, mate. That's gonna hurt.
Did you drill your thumb or you hammered it?
No,
Hammered it.
absolutely flattened it.
Alright, okay. Let's go get some medical assistance here.
Shit. Yeah, no, go sort yourself out.
Alright, so Dad smashed his thumb with a hammer. So we've just done a little bit of first aid. It's all taped up. And now Grant is continuing bracing the crossbar. Yeah. You gonna have enough batteries for the other side?
No.
Yeah. Put them on for charge.
We'll put them on charge and maybe call it for tonight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had enough today?
Oh, I've had enough. Been hard with one hand. It's a throbber.
I bet.
And I can see your hand shaking.
Yeah. She's pretty sore.
It was a solid. I saw it in the corner of my eye too. It was
It's a full
it
pelt.
was a full pelt swing.
Jesus.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if it's like the tip of the bone's broken.
Probably.
How much you can do about it?
No, not a pop stick.
Splint it.
Alright, I'll pull this digger off. That's turned, eh?
It has turned.
Okay, so now we've got the diagonal rafters up. It's looking pretty good. They're all pretty straight. So I got all these from the fire break way out the back here behind the property. So I don't know, they were just all really straight and the perfect width. They are different. They do change from in diameter from rafter to rafter. So what we've done is we've just numbered them. They've all turned now. Anyway, 8 to 1. Well, 2 there at the moment. Number 1 will be put up there later on. Number 1's a little bit tricky, so we just need to notch it out a little bit more intricately than the rest of them. We're at the stage now that we're at, we can start bolting and screwing everything in. What we're going to do is just here, we're going to put screws in, and then every other rafter right across we'll be using booker rod, threaded rod, or all thread, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it booker rod, so booker rod. Yeah, so we're just going to, we'll cut that off a little bit, we'll move that across and just booker rod straight through the middle. Go in through that side, out through this side, and then a nut on either end of the thread. This one here is already bolted properly onto this beam, so there'll be quite a lot of strength there. Anyway, gotta get ourselves organized, get some extra drills, and angle grinder too, eh?
Yep.
Angle grinder, Ryby to the rescue. Alright, so these are all fixed now. So I've put a booker rod through the 2 beams or rafters. The one that was bolted from the rest of the roof to the container, and then that's bolted to this beam that goes to these rafters. So far, pretty good. So, got to clean up, eh? What do you reckon?
Looks really good. We've done such a good job, and it's so much taller than I thought it was going to be. Definitely fit the caravan. Definitely fit the caravan in under that.
Well, it turns out, we measured it, that we may actually get definitely clearance up here. Down there we may come very close. So we're only going to put the caravan in there once, pretty much. Well, at the moment at least anyway, because we need to redo the seals, and just in case the weather's been quite sporadic lately. Yeah. So we don't want any more water getting in our van. So yeah, we need to make sure that those seals are Mickey Mouse, just to do us. I don't want any more damage. I also need to paint the undercarriage with a bit of tart, like bituminized paint for waterproofing. This is a good spot to do it.
Yeah.
So we worked out that I can reverse it in, no dramas. If I let the tyres down, I'll definitely get straight through, but I think I'm gonna get pretty close to that end beam.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's bigger than the Caravan anyway, so
Yeah.
whatever fits is good.
Yeah, so now all we have to do now is secure this end all the way down. Put one more rafter across the front here, and then we just put the sheets up. So just put the sheets up. It's just so easy. It's not. It'll take us most of the day, but we're not professionals. But yeah, so it's coming along quite nicely. It's looking really good. We are thinking about putting gravel in here, because once the Caravan is done, Paul wants to put his 4-post or his car hoist in there. So I think it's a 4-poster. Put his 4-post lift in there, just so we can work on his equipment, whatever. But the gravel are in the back here, where all that dirt is. We're actually thinking about graveling all the way down from here, all the way down to the other side, behind the structure, and that's going to be our washdown bay. So when Tyson was here, he was talking to Paul, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I want to I'm going to my friend's place because he's got a nice gravel pad for a washdown bay because he needed to sell his Caravan and make it all nice and neat." So that got him thinking, "Oh, washdown bay, that'd be a great idea, because we're going to catch some rain off this roof." It's pretty substantial. It's a mini Bunnings warehouse in terms of square footage. So it's going to catch a fair bit of rain. We're going to put some more tanks at the back there, and we're going to have a washdown bay. Put a little Jenny in there, put a little gurney. Off we go. So it's coming along nicely.